Hi, everybody. Happy Wednesday. I am at school today, so I apologize for the lighting. And also, I'm in the library, and apparently, they're hosting some kind of I think somebody's sharing a paper or something behind me. So, if you hear an explosion of applause, I did not put on an applause track in the background to just toot my own horn. There's somebody I think that's arguing maybe their thesis or something behind me in the library conference room. So, it is what it is today. Okay, so I had to borrow a different Bible today, so I've got Catholic Study Bible, which actually has a lot of gems in it. So today we're going to be doing oh applause. I don't know if you can hear it, but applause, not just for Psalm 13, but for someone else. Okay, Psalm 13, a prayer for help. How long, Lord, will you utterly forget me? How long will you hide your face from me? How long must I carry sorrow in my soul, grief in my heart day after day? How long will my enemy triumph over me? Look upon me, answer me, Lord my God. Give light to my eyes, lest I sleep in death. Lest my enemies say, I have prevailed, lest my foes rejoice in my downfall. But I trust in your mercy. Grant my heart joy in your salvation. I will sing to the Lord, for he has dealt bountifully with me. Okay, so again, if we're going to read this from a perspective of like Alexio Divina, it'll be just kind of run through me personally and what is occurring to me as helpful. And I think the line that's sticking out to me, I guess two of them. This one here, give light to my eyes, lest I sleep in death. And at the end, where he has dealt bountifully with me. I think anybody who knows me personally can tell you that the last couple of years have been really hard on me. I've been through some really intense things over the last couple of years. And this idea of giving light to my eyes lest I sleep in death, like this like applause track is just killing it in the background. I don't know if you can hear, but it's just so funny. Um, this giving light to my eyes lest I sleep in death, it feels so important because I think when we're walking around, and especially this time of year, it's really easy to get caught up in our to-do list and things that we have to do, and it's really easy to forget that this is the hardest time of year for a lot of people, people who don't have families or friends or who are struggling in those relationships, or people, especially people that are struggling with addiction. Um, this is a really hard time of year. Like the winter tends to be a huge dip for a lot of people, but anybody who's really struggling relationally or struggling financially, there's so much light and abundance that's kind of being put on a pedestal, which is beautiful. It's important, especially for us to have ways to celebrate. That's what the solstice is all about, and Advent is all about, is like that beautiful waiting in the darkness, waiting for the light to come. But for people who are in that waiting period, oh, laugh track now, laugh track in the background. For people that are in the waiting, it can feel like forever. And so when you're struggling and other people are really enjoying and having a good time, it can make you feel even more alone. And so I think this idea of like giving light to your eyes is that this like a beautiful reminder to really slow down and be present with the people that you're with, and kind of look at them full in the face and experience them full in the face, because there's a lot of people that are suffering and struggling who are not going to tell you, and there is will only be revealed through you being fully present to them and engaging them and kind of looking deep into them, and kind of, and letting them share in that capacity, letting their body language share, letting the light in their eyes share. Because when people are going through things, often it can kind of be like a dull, numb sense of nothingness, and that gray, wintry sense. It can kind of feel like that for a lot of people. And so when people are doing well, right, you can see that. You see that there's like the eyes of the window to the soul. You can see that. And so when people don't have that, that's the time to lean in, and that's the time to ask if people have anywhere that they're going for Christmas, or if they're struggling this time of year, people that are grieving, who have lost loved ones, whatever it is, even if it's just that they're feeling a little bit lonely, or that they're feeling the consumer culture and they're not connecting with the Advent season, like whatever it is, it can be something really, really small. Not just the seasonal and the weather and that kind of a dip, but it can be a spiritual dip too. And so to just kind of like lock in and experience people where they're at. Um, because that, this psalm kind of goes in and then up, and so it's again like that's a lot of the psalms, they descend and then ascend, especially when they're full of lament. And so this, at the end, there's always this like little disclaimer, like, but don't worry, I trust in the Lord, like don't worry, I haven't given up hope. And so in this way, I just encourage us in this line: I'll sing to the Lord, for he has dealt bountifully with me. Um, and so this is an opportunity to share your bounty with others, whether that's just wisdom, whether that's generosity, spiritual generosity, emotional generosity, whatever that looks like. I think we all have our different flavor of what generosity looks like, but just dealing bountifully with others as we've been dealt with. And so I think if you're in the thick of something where you have a lot of grief and you're not able to see out of it, and you do have like that kind of dead eyes feeling, looking to see where you can see those golden threads through the world, but also letting people be bountiful with you by letting them, oh, laugh track, okay, by letting people in. But and also, if you're in a place where you have come out of something really challenging and you are doing well, kind of taking that look and looking behind you at all the people around, that maybe aren't doing as well as you are now. And that's kind of why I've been doing some of these videos and things like this, is like as I'm coming out of my descent and into my ascent time, where life is looking good and I've got silver linings and laugh track, and it's now my turn to share that bounty with others, where people were so generous with me over the last few years, and making my life rich and beautiful even in huge seasons of grief. It's now my opportunity to do that. So that's that reciprocity that we get from our relationship with God, but also in our relationship with God through other people, and being those hands and feet. So this is a great time of year to look around and see who you love that's struggling. And that might be somebody that you pass by on the street, but that might be somebody that you love, and just slowing down, putting that Christmas shopping list down for a minute and really checking in with people. Like, how are you actually doing? So that's all I've got today. And I'm going to go back to my paper, but I hope everybody has a beautiful day. And also everybody that messaged me yesterday and said, hey, I watch these every day, not just your dad. Hey, David. Hey, Mom. Hey, Jesse. And hi, Dad. I love you.